wow, what a great holiday.
You're like, guys, I'm on leave. Like, now you're the only doctor. Really?
I hated the butterfly keys. It was so flat and I kept getting stuck and I got so
Baby,
pissed.
you know I just like to talk with you.
Oh, it was so fun.
I fucking hated it, right?
I love it.
I hated it.
Had
She
to
kept
tell
getting
me
stuck and it was so
anything that's new. I just wanna go out.
Sorry, on today's documentary.
Yeah, it is.
No money involved. Just some counters.
I just wanna see your shadow next to mine. Sailing over pavement with our two wells.
It's me.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, it's a mukbang now. All of a sudden we became a mukbang channel.
Came with content. But he eats a lot, I remember.
So he eats more than you do.
You should play it sometime.
No!
No, just one. No, there's bots for practice. Just to enjoy. But playing against actual people, it gets really frustrating. You see something so simple.
We're having some ravioli and some homemade tomato sauce with fish in it as well. Now, travel is my biggest source of happiness, and this feeling of having a trip in the horizons within reach is so important to me. My university degree was extended after my exchange, which was worth it but difficult at the same time. I'm starting to slowly see why fate has chosen this, because it's given me 6 months longer to think. And as a person that takes a long time to process things, I'm slowly accepting this tangent that life has thrown me on. So, I'm going to tell you a story about these destinations and the intrinsic meaning that each of these places hold for me personally, and which has led to my sort of interest in these places to move to next year, July, hopefully. Now, that first destination is Copenhagen. I went to Lund University in Sweden, which is a 1 hour train ride away from Copenhagen, which is in Denmark. So it's very accessible. And I still remember so freshly the first time I went. Everything just felt right. The people that I met, the vibe of the city, the cafe culture, the cycling culture, everything. There were multiple just things that aligned on that very first trip. The actual beauty of Copenhagen really stuck with me. And at the end of it, the first thought I had when I left was, hey, maybe I could actually live here. And I actually explored that thought by going to Copenhagen every 3 to 4 weeks, sometimes every 2 weeks, to just roam around the city and just feel it. Sometimes by myself, sometimes with my best friends. And every single time I left, I felt like a gut feeling, a magnetic kind of attraction towards this city. And I felt like a chapter of my life in the future had already been written here. That was the sort of feeling. Now I know that sounds a little bit delulu, but this city was, it's really hard to articulate. It's just so personal, and something about it just feels right. Obviously you don't know until you actually move there and you try it, which is what I intend to do. But that is why I'm sort of considering Copenhagen. And every place that you move to obviously has pros and cons. The cons maybe being the social integration, which is known to be a bit difficult in Scandinavia. I always tend to find that they never really sort of approached you because of their reserved nature, but if you approach them, they're genuinely some of the nicest people that I've ever met. And I was actually talking with my friend last night who's from Europe about all these destinations to move to, and even just talking about these destinations gave me hope for the first time in a long time. I feel like in this environment, the suffocation that I feel quite often, it felt like having that conversation with my best friend on the other side of the world, it felt like so much weight was just taken off my chest, and I actually, for once, have something to look forward to, and it felt within arm's reach for next year, July. I'm getting a little bit emotional thinking about it. But also to know that if I do move over, then because I have European friends and because Europe, everything is in proximity, even though you're on the other side of the world, you have this support network I'm incredibly grateful for. And I am just so lucky to have those types of people, those types of beautiful friendships in my life, which will make that transition a little bit easier when I move over next year to Europe somewhere. But that's the sort of meaning that Copenhagen holds for me. Secondly is Italy. Now, two of my best friends on exchange were Italian, and I absolutely fell in love with their ways of doing things and how expressive, how emotional they are as people. And that engaged a curiosity within me to learn more about their culture. And I actually took an 8-week Italian language course when I came back to New Zealand, which was not just a language course, but a cultural education course. And that was further confirmation for me of how much I love the Italian culture, how much I want to learn the language, and how much I want to be a part of this culture by immersing myself, integrating myself, by putting myself in Italy. And like Copenhagen, it was one of those gut feelings where as soon as I went to Switzerland and I entered the border into Italy, the Italian Alps, which are amazingly beautiful, I also felt that a chapter of my future life had been written here, and I felt a strong attraction towards this place, like Copenhagen. So those are the two places that I'm thinking of with a bit more of a deeper and personal take on why I want to move to there. There's still a lot of time before I apply for the visa, so I'm sure those destinations may change, alter, who knows. I will keep you updated. But for anyone watching that's in a similar boat, has already been through this, I'd love to know your thoughts, so leave them in the comments below and I'd love to chat. But thanks so much for watching this vlog, and we'll see you very soon.